So with the instruction given for the jockeys to jump aboard their respective mounts, they are beginning their journey along the walkway before heading out onto the course for the 2025 running of the Coral Gold Cup. First run in 1957, first run here at Newbury in 1960, and it's drawn together this time around a maximum 24 strong field with at the moment Resplendent Grey, one of the trio of greys in the race, leading them out. Champion jockey Sean Bowen in the colours of owner Carol Scan for Ollie Murphy, the Blue Diablo for Resplendent Grey, followed out by Panic Attack, Tristan Durrell riding for Brian Drew and Dan Skelton, the orange and dark blue stars, and then stablemate Risk in the Ground in the maroon and white Keenan Woods for the colours of the Three Sons. Ireland well represented with 10 runners in this year's renewal, 4 of them from the Willie Mullins yard. Henry de Bromhead with a couple as well. One of his runners, Gorgeous Tom, is going to be one of the first to head out in the green and yellow stars. Darragh O'Keefe riding for Enviro Green Housing Services as they make their way out just beyond the winning post, and they're about to parade in front of the stands for the Coral Gold Cup. And Resplendent Grey under champion jockey Sean Bowen leads the parade for the Coral Gold Cup, followed by the stablemates Panic Attack and Risk in the Ground. And then the aforementioned Gorgeous Tom. Victorino in the blue and white, third in the race last year. Charlie Deutsch and Martians Racing and Venetia Williams. Annual Invictus, Freddie Gordon for Thomas Smith and Chris Gordon, the pink and purple. Another of the greys, Intense Raffles, Ben Bromley for Simon Monier, Isaac Suede and Tom Gibney. And then behind Intense Raffles in the cheek piece is Pick Rock. Dark blue with the yellow sleeves for Ben Jones, riding for Emma Kendall and Ben Pauling. The orange and black of a penny 100, Sean Cleary Farrell for Brendan O'Sullivan, one of the Willie Mullins train runners. As is Blizzard of Odds, JJ Slevin for Simon Lanier and Isaac Suede, the double green with a spotted cap. And then O'Moore Park in the Susanna Ritchie silks, the pink and light green spot, Sean O'Keefe, another of the Willie Mullins train runners. 9 is Lowry's Bar, Sean Houlihan for Philip Hobbs, Johnson White and the team, the cerise with the white striped sleeves. 5, Percival Galwar, carries the colours of J.P. McManus, Keith Donoghue aboard for Gavin Cromwell. Top weight Monty Star, ridden by Johnny Burke for Barry Maloney and Henry de Bromhead, maroon with the yellow stars for Monty Star. 12 stone, he carries no horse since Borough Hill Lad in 1984, has carried that weight to win a Coral Gold Cup. 21 is Moon d'Orange, Alex Harvey riding for Ian Stewart Griffiths, Gary Evans and John McConnell. 15, the well-fancied Maya Town for Lucinda Russell and Michael Scudamore, Derek Fox and the Weimar Silks of red and black. And then Spanish Harlem in the beige and green, Danny Mullins aboard in the Fitzgerald colours, another runner for Willie Mullins. Inch House representing the team who won it last year, Harry Cobden, Michael Gagan and Paul Nichols, colours of blue and yellow. Another of the greys, the Nicky Henderson train Highland, number 11, James Bowen aboard for the 10 from 7. The changing man in the black and white turning, Brendan Powell for Susan and John Waterworth and Joe Tizard. Catate Dory is another to turn, the dark blue and white colours, the Di Walter silks for Dylan Johnston, for Sam Thomas. And then the Doyen Chief, the red and green for Tom Bellamy, for Alan King and Masterson Holdings. And stablemate, the nosebanded Grandier Dam, number 20, Tom Cannon, in the maroon and black colours of the Siders and Burks. 3 1/4 miles, the distance to be covered in the Coral Gold Cup. So they'll start almost opposite us at the entrance to the back straight, just under 2 complete circuits of the chase course, scheduled to jump a total of 21 fences on the way round. Race is timed to get underway at 5 to 3, and as they begin to assemble at the start and look at the approximate odds, we'll see that Maya Town is the favourite up at around the 3.5 to 1 mark. Resplendent Grey and Pick Rock floating around between 7 and 8 to 1, similar sort of price to the Changing Man. Blizzard of Oz is at 12 to 1 with Inch House, Catate Dory at 14 to 1 with the Doyen Chief. Gorgeous Tom is at 16 to 1 with Victorino and Panic Attack. And then at 20 to 1, Highland, a penny 100. Spanish Harlem is at 22 to 1. 22 to 1 also for Lowry's Bar and O'Moore Park. Monty's Star can be backed at around 25 to 1 the top weight. So too 3 Card Bragg representing the McNeil family, Patrick and Scott Bryceland, Jordan Gainford and Gordon Elliott. And it's 28 to 1 and bigger of the rest of the field. So the 24 of them beginning to sort themselves out on the turn out of the home straight. It is the 2025 Coral Gold Cup that is up next. And good luck with whatever you're on in this, as we see Maya Town taking a turn. And 1 or 2 of the others turning with him as well. Not going to be too long now. Coming in, but coming in too quickly. It's not going to be a first-timer. Never really on, was it that? They were coming in far too quickly for starter Robbie Supple's liking. So they will have to take a turn and try again. So they turn once more. Coming in again. Inch House behind them. Starter Robbie Supple still not happy with them. I think they've got too close to the tapes now. Resplendent Grey's out of line at the moment. The others are standing quietly. Monty Star has to take a turn. So too Spanish Harlem turning and risking the ground. And Robbie Supple raises the flag once again. In they come. They're off in the 2025 Coral Gold Cup, and the Doyen Chief jinked away to the right and has effectively refused to race. The Doyen Chief has been left trailing. There may be further announcements on that after the race. The remainder have taken the first. The Doyen Chief hasn't jumped the first. Inch House was just behind the leading line when he made a mistake at the first, and they're already bearing down on the open ditch the second. It's Maya Town in the red, who's one of the first to show up. To 3 Card Bragg, the maroon sleeves and cap, and Grandier Dam in a noseband. Blizzard of Oz, the green spotted cap, is prominent, with Ownermate, the grey intense raffles, white cap, handy as they cross out over the third, the middle one in the back straight. Pick Rock, meanwhile, is towards the back of the field with Resplendent Grey and other of the greys, the shades of blue. Catate Dory is also held up as they move on towards the fourth. Maya Town leads at it. To 3 Card Bragg landing in second, and then Grandier Dam, the changing man in the black and white, is handy. Panic Attack in orange jacket not far behind them, with intense raffles and Blizzard of Oz on the white faced Penny 100 as they complete the jumping in the back straight first time. Highland right down on the inner, another grey, green cap, didn't see a lot of daylight there but jumped it okay. O'Moore Park in a pink jacket is in midfield with Percival La Galois, and then Lowry's Bar and Annual Invictus and the wide racing Spanish Harlem further back to Inch House and Gorgeous Tom and Monty Star, and then Risk in the ground towards the back of the field. Moon d'Orange, Catate Dory, Pick Rock is last but one, and Resplendent Grey is at the back of the field as they enter the last 2.5 miles and come on down the side of the course towards the cross fence. It's the 6th in the Coral Gold Cup. Maya Town and 3 Card Bragg, the leading pair at it. The changing man in the black and white jumping well in third. Once again, Resplendent Grey is the last to land, and now they take the turn which brings them into the home straight, and the line of 5 fences awaiting them on this occasion. Maya Town in front of a field that is covered by about 15 lengths. To 3 Card Bragg in second and the changing man in third. And then Grandier Dam in the noseband, upsize Panic Attack, and the first of the greys, Intense Raffles, being shadowed by Blizzard of Oz Oz, and then Victorino in the blue and white to Highland, a penny 100. Annual Invictus in the pink and purple is mid-pack. Percival La Galois got in close to that one. Spanish Harlem, Gorgeous Tom and Monty Star still among those held up, with Moon d'Orange, Catate Dory risking the ground towards the rear. Inchhouse, who did jump off handily, he's dropped back on the inner in the blue and yellow as they cross the open ditch. Pick Rock and Resplendent Grey are still the final pair, and they're moving on now towards fence 9. Mayatown over 3 card. Bragger Mayatown takes a tumbling fall. He scarcely lifted a leg, and Grandier Dam had to hurdle him, and Highland was quite badly impeded, and Mayatown has galloped away. He's none the worse, and Derek Fox is getting to his feet as well, but Mayatown is out of the race and has left 3 card Bragg in front. Over the Changing Man and Panic Attack and Grandier Dam and Blizzard of Odds in the shades of green, and then the grey Intense Raffles to a penny 100 and Victorino and Annual Invictus and Highland and Spanish Harlem out wide in the beige and green as they come to the water, and then Gorgeous Tom and O'More Park and Monty Star in the maroon and yellow stars to Catate Dory, the hoop sleeves from Larry's Bar and Percival La Galois, and then Moon d'Orange followed by Risk in the Ground, and Inchhouse and Pick Rock is still last but one, and Resplendent Grey is still last, and they've completed a circuit and they're heading away towards the back straight once again in the Coral Gold Cup at a pace just short of 30 miles an hour, and 3 card Bragg, having been left in front, is dictating now, being closely attended however by the Changing Man, and then towards the outside the Spotted Cap of Blizzard of Oz, Panic Attack a penny 100, still Spanish Harlem circling the field. Grandier Dam is down on the inside as they take the first of the 5 fences in the back straight. Moon d'Orange got in close to it, still Sean Bowen at the back of the field on Resplendent Grey, and some 15-20 lengths maybe off the leaders who come to the open ditch. 3 card Bragg over the Changing Man, watching the rest stream over it. Inchhouse is now last but one. Pick Rock with the yellow sleeves has just eased past him. They've got about 1.25 miles to go, and they're coming towards fence 14. 3 card Bragg, the Changing Man. Panic Attack in third, jumping well. Mistake from O'More Park, 3/4 of the way back in a pink jacket. Lowry's Bar needs a bit of encouragement, quite well back in the field in the cerise and white as they go towards the penultimate fence on the far side. 3 card Bragg, the Changing Man, Panic Attack, still the first 3. Nose-banded Grandier Dam right down on the inner, not far off them. Blizzard of Oz, the shades of green. Spotted Cap travelling well. Larry's Bar not so, being pulled up. Inchhouse is struggling as they take the last over on the far side. Still 3 card Bragg from the Changing Man and Panic Attack in third. Then Blizzard of Oz. Highland, the grey, green cap is getting closer. Grandier Dam on the inner as they move into the turn with 1 mile to go in the Coral Gold Cup. Intense Raffles, another grey out wide in midfield from Victorino. Percival La Galois and the hoops creeping up on the inner of Annual Invictus. A penny 100 in the black and orange is wide of the field as they travel on down the side of the course. Spanish Harlem is dropping out very quickly, easing off, looks like pulling up, and they're heading towards the cross fence. 5 out then in the Coral Gold Cup. 3 card Bragg over the Changing Man. They jump it well over Panic Attack, and a jolting blunder there from a Blizzard of Oz, who's been knocked back into midfield. Blizzard of Oz heading back towards home just outside the last half mile. 4 fences to jump. 3 card Bragg and Jordan Gainford leading the Changing Man and Brendan Powell. Tristan Durrell having the ride of his life at the moment in third on Panic Attack in the orange. Then Highland, Intense Raffles, Catate Dory in the dark blue and white is on the move. Out wide, the white-faced mare, a penny 100, and then Gorgeous Tom in the green and yellow. 3 card Bragg had to reach for 4 out. Percival La Galois has dropped out very quickly and is now pulling up. They're coming to the open ditch, the third last. The Changing Man in the black and white joins Panic Attack. They now move on from 3 card Bragg. Gorgeous Tom still closing in. Then Catate Dory. Highland on the left. 2 out. Panic Attack. Spring Heel came up just ahead of the Changing Man. Clear as they race on down towards the final fence of Gorgeous Tom and 3 card Bragg, and it's Panic Attack and Tristan Durrell pursued by the Changing Man. Panic Attack wing the last, came up 3 lengths clear. The Changing Man is chasing. 3 card Bragg is back in third, then Gorgeous Tom, but Panic Attack is powering away on the run to the line. A huge moment for Tristan Durrell. For the Skeltons, it's Panic Attack the mare who has run them ragged to win the Coral Gold Cup. 3 card Bragg second, the Changing Man third, then Gorgeous Tom, followed by Pick Rock, Catate Dory and Highland.